Hello, Empowered family. Will Robbins here, your director at Empowered Volleyball Academy. We're excited to have our athlete player of the week here, Sam Carlin. After an amazing weekend with our President's Day Classic, we had a number of just outstanding performances and MVPs on all of our different teams. But after talking to the coaches, it was unanimous that Sam Carlin was going to be the athlete of the week. And for those who don't know, Sam really stepped it up after a tough match in the semifinals where she actually broke her hand in the second play of the game. You know, she muscled through, she was able to block out the pain, and she was able to face the adversity and still stay focused on the task at hand, and was able to deliver a stellar all-star performance and lead our team through that semifinal match into a tough final match against TP's 18 Open, and was able to help us to be able to bring home the championship at the President's Day Classic. So, Sam, how is the hand? How are you feeling?
It's good. It's just we heard from the doctor that it was broken, and that was obviously devastating. But he said there would be a 4-week healing process, so hopefully we'll come back strong as ever from that.
Yeah. So show everybody your hand. Where are we at now? So tell me, what was going through your mind when you made that diving play and hit your fist against the ground and you felt that pain? You know, I'm sure you started to feel the pain. You started to think, should I stop? Should I carry on? Should I keep playing? You know, what was going through your head?
So at first when I dove for the ball, I didn't feel anything really until I got up and it felt like my fingers were disconnected from my hand. And then I was like, oh, this can't be good. But I was like, we just have to keep playing through it, and hopefully the pain starts going away. And then as the adrenaline started kicking up the game, the pain started being more of a secondary thing, and you didn't really think much of it as the play went on.
Yeah, and as you know, we talked to your dad. We had a little conversation about the hand. We didn't know it was broken. We know that it was swelling a little bit, that you hit it pretty hard on the ground. And despite all of the pain and everything you were dealing with, you were still one of our best servers. You were still digging balls. You were still energetic, jumping up and down, keeping our team fired up. Talk to me just a little about what mentally were you trying to do to help block out that pain, and what advice could you give to some of our athletes on how they can block out some of the pain and how you were able to still do your job and stay focused even though you had that pain and you knew your hand was hurting?
So mentally, I knew that it was hurting, but obviously I wanted to focus on the task at hand and just, push through. And so I just tried to keep everyone else fired up, keep them on their A game, as well as pushing through me and just trying to get every single ball up and not giving up on a play. And it just kind of put any pain or anything in the background, and just keeping my team fired up, I think, was the biggest thing.
A lot of people don't know that last year, at the beginning of the season, in one of the second or third tournaments of the year, you actually came down and tore your ACL. So tell me, after a disappointing season last year of getting injured, of tearing your ACL and being out, and watching the team struggle, what does it mean to you this year, coming back after really rehabbing last year, all high school season, coming in, putting in 4 or 5 days a week in our gym, in the weight room? What does it mean to you to really kind of hit that rock bottom as an athlete and thinking that you tore your ACL, you think you're out, potentially not going to play again at a high level, to rehab, come all the way back, and then be able to even face a little more adversity in the semifinals, and then be able to power through and get that championship? So tell me about, what's that sense of accomplishment like? What's that journey been like as you've had to come back from that injury?
So it was quicker than I expected getting back, but it would just kind of enliven my game, or my love for the game, and just made it so much more special playing with my team. And I really just wanted this to be a really great season for us, and just push through anything that comes at us and make the best of it.
Well, once again, guys, we talk about grit and resilience. Sam Carlin is the definition of grit and resilience. Not just battling back from one injury of an ACL tear, but battling through a match with a broken hand and still helping her team win that championship. So big kudos to you. Big shout out to you, to your family, for supporting you, for raising you with that toughness and that resilience. and you helping just bring our team across the finish line and helping us to win that championship. Once again, we're just super ecstatic about just how all of our teams performed this weekend at the President's Day tournament, and just how all of our teams are developing not only their skill sets on the court, but also just their mental toughness, how they're really starting to gain confidence in their game where they could face a little adversity and bounce back, but even showing the type of heart that Sam did, that despite even some pain that was inflicted, she was still able to stay focused on the task at hand and what her job was, and still able to kind of compartmentalize that pain and put it aside so she could focus on getting to the ball, still digging balls, still serving the zones, and helping her team ultimately to win the championship at 18 Open. So once again, big shout out to Sam Carlin, our Empowered Athlete Player of the Week.